once again, we're doing unprecedented things because we're in unprecedented times. And today we're really reaching out or talking to our retail customers. That's homebrew baristas, you might call it, people that are using our coffee at home.
That's right.
And I just want to say a real big thank you to them, because this week we've seen an absolute spike over the last 2 weeks, as people obviously are self-isolating, but they still want to get their coffee and they still want to brew it at home.
Absolutely, yeah.
Quality beans, quality cup,
Every day.
at least some comfort.
Sure.
But I want to put in a plug for our cafe owners right now too, because they are the guys that are really doing it tough, together with all of us in the coffee industry. A lot of them have had to close, unfortunately, and some are still cranking out their takeaway coffees, and we appreciate all the support that the whole community can give to those small business owners to help them keep going, and you can enjoy your caffeine hit, your flavour experience still in a takeaway cup, right?
Absolutely.
So we'll give them a plug, right?
Sure.
They are
Thank you so much,
our
guys.
lifeblood,
Yeah.
our cafe owners. But now we're talking to those guys and girls and everybody at home that wants to enjoy a great coffee at home. And we're addressing our number one question that we're getting, and that is, we've got up to 5 blends on our website or in our shop, and how do I choose the right blend for me? And that's why I've got Aryan here today, because he's our coffee guru, he's our head of coffee.
Sure.
I think you know pretty much everything there is to know about coffee.
Yeah.
And I want Aryan to help you know how to select the right coffee that's going to be right for them.
Absolutely. So what we are talking today at the moment is all about the basically espresso roasted coffees. So because we are roasting obviously coffees in different ways for different purposes. So we've got espresso roasted coffees and filter roasted coffees. So with the blended coffees that we have, the 5 blends, it's basically roasted for espresso. So it's good for brewing coffee through your espresso machines at home, or maybe you can use these coffees through your mocha pots too, or the soak tops coffee basically. So we've got 5 different blends in order to cater for different needs. And I mean, basically, some people are drinking coffee as a milky coffee, like your flat white, your cappuccino, your lattes, or if you enjoy black coffee, like long blacks or espresso, we've got different blends for different purposes, basically.
That's right. And just help us. What makes the difference? What's the basic difference between blends?
So obviously with blended coffees, so we've got different origins going into a blend, right?
So origin is a country that it comes
or a
from.
country, that's right. So let's say that if you've got a blend that is containing like a Brazilian coffee and a Colombian coffee, it's going to be different than another blend which contains a Peruvian or a Guatemalan coffee. So all of these in a combination of roasting and different countries or origins going into the blend is going to create different flavors in the cup of
Absolutely.
wine.
So what we want to emphasize is there's never any thought of any additive or anything.
No.
It's the natural flavor that's, you might say, that gives that coffee from that particular origin, that particular part of the world, it gives it its personality, its flavor.
Of course.
And yeah, it's so interesting how we can blend those together and get quite different tasting coffees that suit different palates and different brew methods.
Of course.
Yeah. So here we have a range of blends.
Yep.
How do we sort out? What do we choose?
Okay, so we've got black bread here, and then Corcovado, we've got Bahia, Libertango, and African Mailman. So we've got, as I said, different blends for different purposes. One of the purposes is what sort of flavor you are looking for in your cup. So if you like a chocolatey coffee most of the time, so this is your blackbird or your Corcovado or even Bahia blend. If you like a little bit more fruit and a bit of meat chocolate kind of flavor in your coffee, then the Libertango and the African Mailman is your blend to choose, basically.
Great. So would you also say it's from, you might say, the more traditional through to the more, little bit more experimenting with some different flavors in your coffee, that fruity notes?
Absolutely.
Not everybody loves that. I love it. is my favourite, the further I go this way.
Sure.
But this would be the more, traditional
That's going to be
chocolate,
more like
caramel.
dark chocolate, toffee, caramel. It's going to give you a little bit more punch, especially with the black red blend, because it's got a Brazilian and a Colombian coffee with a hint of fruit because of the Ethiopian origin coffee in it. So it's going to be more like a dark chocolate, orange zest, a little bit if you drink it as a black coffee, and a little bit nutty. So that's more like your traditional espresso blend, right?
Right. So basically we go from milky coffees,
Yep.
definitely,
Sure.
and then also we go to more, like if you're going to have a long black or an espresso, is that right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And does it tell us that on the website? Do we have something on the website that tells me this is better for black and this is better for milky, this is better for black?
This says sage no.
So we should do that, shouldn't we?
Of course.
We're always trying to improve what we do. I want to just take the opportunity also just to
Sure.
talk about these patterns. Everybody's looking at these patterns and saying, well, what are they? We get a lot of comments on them, a lot of compliments.
Absolutely.
People are wondering if we're going for Aboriginal art or whether we're going, what it is. What we want to say is this was, we were inspired. We have this, one of our passions is going to origin and actually seeing where the coffee's grown, and you can tell us firsthand, Aryan, about the mountains of Peru and the scenery there.
Of course.
What we call the topography, right? All the terrain. And if you have a look at this, you'll see, if you looked at those mountains from the top and you think of a contour map,
Yep.
like we did at school way back, that's really what we're picking up there. Those patterns, they refer to us, or they give that inspiration of a connection with origin, which is very important for us. So it inspires us, and we wanted to inspire you.
Absolutely.
The other thing is obviously the colours, and how we came up with it. We call them flavour terrains. So it's a terrain, but it's filled with flavour, and that's what's in the bag, right? So these colours will give you some reference as to what kind of flavours you might taste in that coffee. So what we're going to get in this one, we're going to get chocolate, caramel, butterscotch, right?
That's it.
And it will just help you when you're choosing on the website to say, I think that's my one.
Also, it gives you a kind of a memory to build upon as well.
Yeah.
So next time you are going for a coffee and you remember that the coffee is tasting maybe more yellowish or more orangish or more red, so
Yeah.
you can say, oh, it's more like a red fruit, or more like a yellow fruits, like
Yeah.
orange fruit, like
Or
orange.
maybe like blueberry.
Blueberries, there you go.
So it's very important, what we call a sensory
Of course.
memory, isn't it?
That's right.
So it's all part of we're passionate about coffee, and we want to share that passion with you, the user, even if you are at home. And we understand people are doing it tough right now. Families are under enormous pressure, everyone is. And we want to just brighten up your day with something that you can have a little bit of enjoyment and experience just from your daily coffee.
Of course, and also maybe it makes you more excited to study a little bit more about coffee, where the coffee is coming from, why the coffees are tasting different, what contributes to these differences. Is it the origin? Is it the processing of the coffee? Is it the roasting? And basically at home.
That's right, that's good. So we wish you all the best, and we want you to be keep positive, keep motivated, keep happy.
That's it.
One thing it's giving us opportunity is some family time being together,
Absolutely.
and let's make the most of it. We got it.
100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.